from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants versus Joshua Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ that feels like gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Jones on 1st and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Von Bell up to make the tackle. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jones pass intended for Jacoby Myers. Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
You gotta be smarter than that, man. Come on.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Jennings on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up
to throw on third down. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Samuels. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touch.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jalen Samuels taking it in. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jalen Samuels who closed it out with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. It's complete to Golden Tate. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Dobbs to throw. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle me.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Up 2nd and goal.
Kamara. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Cohen now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I got to tell you, I personally like it. But winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the 1st round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Adam Butler there on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Hines.
33-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, and this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
From the gun, Jones. Open man, it's Allen. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
On second down now. It's Hines, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try to run with Hines, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Giants have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Ryan Switzer on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, you've been a dome team all year and used to a controlled environment. You need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A gain of 7 yards.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He's brought down at the
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 10th carry for Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Dobbs. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now the try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's first and 10. From the gun, Jones. Fighting to stay upright. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Jones
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30.
To throw again, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Jones on first down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Jones give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
First down.
From the gun, Jones. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. On second and goal. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
At their own 29-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's action. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Switzer now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Again, it's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run with Hines. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Hines. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Hines, the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Alexander Johnson. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jamison Crowder there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And this one through the uprights and good. A 10-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Dobbs now on second down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Operating from the gun. Dobbs stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
6 brings up second and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Dobbs. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
In the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Operating from the gun. Dobbs complete to Jason Witten. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Jason Witten.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Dobbs. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. DJ Reader picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Dobbs. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Throwing here, Dobbs. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up
they run it again with Kamara.
At the 9.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Kamara on the carry. Kyle Duggar on the tackle.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Dobbs. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Vikings.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here's Cohen now to return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. From 41. Operating from the gun. Dobbs probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And that will be incomplete. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's James. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Back to throw. Going right side, he has Winton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Giants 28.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. For that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.